close. I'm gonna exit out of this trade and then we'll just wait for a close back above. But for now, I'm just gonna focus on so if we close back above it, we'll take the trade again. But until it closes back above it, we're just gonna talk about quarterly theory. So yeah, I mean essentially 90-minute cycles and quarterly theory. So each 90-minute cycles is essentially 1 hour and 30 minutes of time, right? Within each 90-minute cycle, you're gonna have microcycles, which is where you're gonna be looking for your short-term trades. So as you can see, we accumulated during quarter one, we manipulated during quarter two. Notice, and manipulation, you can't just assume it's gonna manipulate. It has to sweep a liquidity pool. Notice how this, during quarter two, we actually sweep this liquidity pool right here. There's a liquidity sweep right there. So we manipulated lower. During quarter three, so if manipulation was lower, you would expect quarter three to reverse it, so higher, right? So in this case, if we had a liquidity sweep lower during quarter two, we would expect quarter three to distribute higher, which is essentially what we're talking about power three, right? So boom, and then, essentially that would be your power three accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, how far, this is where we implement standard deviations. How far can price go? Does anybody know, does everybody here know how to use standard deviations? Or does anybody like not know what that is? No? It's essentially a Fibonacci pool, and I'll give you guys the settings right now. So if you guys want to screenshot this right there.
Yo, Kiss.
Yo, what up?
What's the difference between manipulation and like the reversal? I don't understand that.
So here, let me mark it out. A, what the heck? A, M, yo. Oh shit, big voice crack. D, X. So if you're a, yeah, no, my bad, my bad. Oh, my bad. Quick, so let me screenshot it for you, and I'll send the settings in chat just so you guys can just literally download it. There you go. There you go. So yeah, I got you. I got you. So we have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and X. So X, if you're aware of market maker model, you know how there's reaccumulation, redistribution. So typically, X is going to define if we reaccumulate or redistribute. So that's either, so like let's say we distribute during quarter three, right? Let's say we distribute, right? So you would expect X to reverse. However, what if we keep accumulating? What if we keep accumulating during distribution? So you would expect X to redistribute. It's an if-then statement. And as you can see here, during quarter three, I'm still watching this 1 minute SIBI right here to be closed above. As soon as we close above this 1 minute SIBI, longs look valid. And I do believe the 50% of this wick was tapped into. Right there. So if we take this wick, this liquidity sweep wick during manipulation, the 50%, the consequent encroachment was tapped into. So this does still look valid for longs, but if we start to close below it and sweep liquidity, I would kind of be iffy about longs during distribution. Thank you, bro. But yeah, standard deviations. How can we implement standard deviations with our manipulation and with our distribution? So let's say we're going to take a trade, right? Let's say we're going to take a trade off of this inverse, right? Where would we target? And that's kind of like what most traders struggle with. It's like, okay, they see this trend line and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to target maybe like this high or maybe this like short-term low or short-term high, whatever. If you really want an exact pool on where to target, you're going to use your standard deviations. Now, standard deviations are only going to be used on your liquidity sweep legs. You can't use it anywhere else. You must use it during manipulation. If you use it during manipulation, you're going to get this pool right here. Let me turn on the levels. I have them off just for simplicity purposes, but you're going to have this pool right here, right? On this pool, you have the 1 to the 1.5, you have the 2 to the 2.5, and then this is kind of out of the range, But if it does get here, this is 3.5 to the 4. Now, what do each of these mean? And don't look at it as levels, look at them as zones. So we have 1 to the 1.5 as being one zone, 2 to the 2.5 as being another zone, fourth standard deviation with the 3.5 being the last zone. People look at it as levels, like certain lines, but you have to look at it in terms of areas. Areas where price may reaccumulate and redistribute. And I have a perfect example of this in the AM session, and that's actually why I wanted to do a session recap because of how accurate this was. So, if you guys don't mind me like really deleting all this, do you guys want me to delete this? Do you guys want to screenshot this? Before I'm basically gonna do the same thing but for the AM session. You guys don't mind if I delete it, right? Alright, bet.
Do the time cycle, the microcycle.
Oh, it's an indicator. So it's gonna be this top one right here. Day quarterly theory by 2 degrees. I only use two indicators constantly. It's gonna be the quarterly theory and I have power of three. That one I have it on the hourly to also show where manipulation is on the hourly. But yeah, um, here let me screenshot this as well so you guys can see. I basically only use the top two. I'm gonna send it in the chat as well so you guys can use those on your chart. Super clean, super simple. I don't really use any other indicators. Before we move on to the AM session, notice how we swept liquidity one more time during distribution. So this is where I would assume price to do two things. We can run this low right here, so we swept this liquidity. We can run this low, which we made an equal low with, or now I'm going to be watching. Every time a liquidity is swept, I look for a imbalance within that liquidity sweep leg. Notice how we have this imbalance right here? So now I'm going to mark that out as a SIBI, and if that's closed above, that would be a good long entry. But I would expect price to run this low right here since we're basically already there. And then reverse. We have 4 more minutes of market open, so I do want to low-key catch a trade before market closes, and then we'll move on to the AM session recap. But yeah, how was your guys' day today, man? Today was personally it was I caught a really good trade, but it was hard for me in the morning. Like, what'd you guys think of today's price action? Yeah, dude. Anyone, dude. Anyone. Yeah. How'd you do, Mantis? You like today's price action, or what?
I kind of liked it. I didn't like. I mean, I was able to call it out pretty well. I was able to see stuff so much clearer than I'm usually able to. I was able to see the 2-5 reversal, and I took one long during lunch. It was kind of a uniform net breaker for value.
Okay. Okay. Bet. During lunch, it was Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It was 12:42 of the highs, and yeah, I think that was the only trade of the day. I passed another 100K, so I reclaimed my 200K funded title.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Today was a good day if you knew where the draw was. And that's what a lot of traders struggle with, honestly, knowing where the draw is. Sometimes I struggle with it too. Like yesterday, I didn't know where the draw was, and I didn't even trade. Monday, um, Monday the draw was a bit clearer, but I still didn't trade. Today, with the draw was for me personally, the draw was clear. Like we clearly wanted those highs, so longs were valid. And then I'll show you guys how I caught that short off of standard deviations and a turtle soup. But I do want to see where price. I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes, see where market closes at, see if we can catch a quick little scalp right here. Cause dude, like this trend line is a little bit too juicy to not pass up on. But yeah, I saw when you Royal say it was solid. How'd you do today, Royal? You just tape read? Any live executions? How'd you do, man? One win today. A W Royal, man. Good shit, bro. And how did you frame your how would you say you framed your trade? Did you use a high time frame uh basically a higher time frame to frame your lower time frame setup, or how did you frame your trade? I just want to see how like how you guys see the market because I see it in a different way than you guys. So it's always good to get like your guys' insights. I think we might close above this imbalance here on the last minute of market open. Yeah, it looks like we are. So we got 30 seconds on this candle. It's most likely just gonna displace higher. Oh, shitty fail, shitty fail. Hopefully it doesn't close too high.
Do you ever use inverses as like support? Like instead of closing like or instead of entering right after a close, you enter off the top of it again.
Yeah, yeah, I've done that before. I like it on the 5 minute. It works best on the 5 minute. Oh, that's a
Oh,
oh. Hey, I mean, let's follow the rules, man. Let's see. It closed above it.
those were long.
Still long. Let's see.
I'm going through this.
All right, so this is what I mean by standard deviations, man. So we're gonna use our liquidity sweep leg, right here. And usually the pull, if the wick is too like abnormal right here, we're gonna use the body. So look for the nearest high, just only looking at the bodies. And it looks like it could be either one of these. But let's just say it's this one right here. The 1 to the 1.5. So this is where we can expect price to reaccumulate. And what that means is price can retrace and look for an imbalance within this area. So this is what we call the setup zone or the silver bullet zone. It's best when you use it during the silver bullet hour. It's like very profitable. But for now, since it's kind of like out of bounds, out of the time bounds, we're just learning right now, so we're just gonna take this as a level for reaccumulation. Now, what does it mean when we reaccumulate? Price is going to, so if we do head higher, price is going to come up. So let's say it comes up, right? When it taps into here, what it's going to do is going to retrace, and it's not going to reverse. It's going to seek an imbalance on this displacement higher, right? So let's say there's a PD array with an order block right here, right? So let's say there's a, oh, hold on, my alarm's going off. Where's my phone at? Oh, here it is. All right. So let's say there's an order block right here, right? So this is an order block, and we have a fair value gap in line with it. So there's a BISI right here. So what's going to happen is price is going to retrace and seek the most either the strongest imbalance, whether it's on a 2 minute, a 3 minute, a 5 minute, or the nearest imbalance. And what happens when it taps back into here? It's going to reaccumulate, and then what is it going to do? It's going to redistribute. So then you would expect price to go to the next standard deviation, which would be the 2 to the 2.5. Now, when price reaches the 2 to the 2.5, I don't like holding trades through the 2 to the 2.5. I like either taking partials or fully exiting the position. Because what this means is the price has already met its objective and is either going to fully retrace and seek liquidity, opposing liquidity, or it's just going to full on reverse. Typically, once what price does is it'll like straight up reverse, seek this liquidity, and then it'll keep heading higher to maybe the 3.5 to the 4, or it'll just straight up reverse from here and just head lower. But zero volatility as we enter this long. I mean, it's holding the inverse right here. So I mean, while this plays out, let's actually go to our AM session, which is what I really want to review here. So we'll let that play in the background. We'll put a stop for the low here. We'll put a little stop for the low. Alright, bet. Alright, so let's pay attention to market open because this is where I was in a call with my homie and he was kind of confused like as to how to frame the market open. And this is the sauce right here, boys. I'm gonna give you some sauce. So every day on market open, from 9:30 open to 9:45, you're gonna have some sort of manipulation, which is your AM session Judah swing. All right. Oh, my bad. I wasn't reading chat. Hold up, hold up. Kiss Prince, I did see this one, but I couldn't trade it because of school and had no internet. All right, let me pull it up on the big screen here. Sometimes I do get pissed when I miss a good clean trade. So let's review this real quick. So this was at 10. We had a liquidity sweep. Now, what is this Hispan? Is this like an order block or what does this indicate right here? Is that like a demand zone or Because I know some traders use that, like zones, like the last down close candle before a big move up. Hold up, he's typing. He's typing. It was like an order block. Okay, okay. So let's go back to it. So the way I saw this personally was equal lows. So this is the way I saw it. We formed equal lows here. It could have been, it could be an order block, however you want to frame it. But what happens right here? What happens to the equal lows on this candle if we really zoom in? It's swept, right? That low is swept. So it could be an order block. Like, I mean, I'm not saying don't use order blocks because order blocks are super valid. But the way I saw it is, okay, we had equal lows and equal lows were swept. But what I'm trying to get at is quarterly theory. So we're going to use our AM session quarterly theory. Starts at 6 and ends at 12, which is where we have this one marked out. PM session starts here. So if we mark out every single quarter, 7:30, every 90-minute cycle, 9, 10:30, we're going to want to focus on the 9 to 10:30 one because this is where you're going to find the most volatility. This is where market opens and you're going to find the highest probability setups. And this is where I personally make most of my bread in, mainly on the 9:45 to around 10:30. This is where most of the money can be made. So let's mark out the 9:45, which is where manipulation ends at the microcycle. So now we're going to mark out the microcycle, and this is the New York Open, which is right up here at 9:30. So let's mark that out. Any questions so far? Any questions before I move on? On quarterly theory, standard deviations. Nope. All right, as long as we're all on the same page, that sounds good. All right, so let's mark out our cycles here. So we have accumulation, A, all right, A, M, D, and X, right? Now, for me personally, the most important are M and D, the ones in the middle. So if we accumulated right here, if we accumulated positions here, we would expect manipulation to be lower, right? And this is what matters right here. This is the AM session Judas swing. And this is what I mean by if you can frame a trade around the second quarter, you can actually like be super profitable. Backtest this 100%, like this works right here. So from 9:30 to 9:45, those first 15 minutes, you're going to have a move higher or a move lower, regardless of what happens. You're going to have a move higher, move lower. You're going to take this move higher and this move lower, and you're going to frame it with your quarterly theory. So this is obviously a Judas swing lower, right? We would expect price, so we would inverse this. We would expect price to head higher, right? So during quarter 3, we have one more liquidity sweep, but that's because we had equal lows. All right. But what essentially happens during the last 2 quarters? We distribute, right? So we essentially swept liquidity and then we distributed. So how could we frame a trade around this? So you could do 2 things. Maybe on the 2-minute there was something cleaner. Yeah, so on the 2-minute, like I said before, this is the model setup. Look at the liquidity sweep leg. Do we have an imbalance? Yes, we do. We have this 2-minute imbalance. And look for imbalances, look for legs that only have one imbalance. So right here we have one SIBI, right? What happens when price closes above the SIBI? We obviously displace higher. But this is the sauce right here. Implementing standard deviations. Right there. So what happens when you enter this long? Where can you target? You could target, let's say you had like usually my stop is at 25 points on one contract on the mini.
Sorry, are you doing questions at the end or?
Oh no, dude, go for it. What's up?
Okay, but I was wondering for the standard deviation, why did you do like wick to body or like do you always do wick to body or body to body or wick to wick?
So
Place in the standard deviation.
it personally it's I mean just from screen time alone, I've noticed that wick to body, like if you take the liquidity, like for example, if it's a bullish scenario, I would take the low to the body. And so for example, maybe on the 1-minute, it's a little bit different, right? It just depends on the time frame. So if you take the setup on the
Okay.
2-minute, I just like the body personally. Like it still works regardless. Like we still came up to the 2 to the 2.5 and that's where we reversed, which is kind of what I wanted
Oh
to
yeah.
get at. But yeah, so
Yeah, I saw that.
let's say it was on the 3 minute. Like I mean, if the wick is obnoxious, like let's say it's let me find a crazy one here. Okay, let's say it's this one right here, right?
Oh yeah.
Like this is kind of unrealistic, right? Price coming all the way up
Uh-huh.
here and then retracing.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna do here, right? Price comes
Okay.
into the 1 to the 1.5, reaccumulates, and then you would expect it to redistribute 2 to the 2.5. But this doesn't really sweep liquidity. So I would drop time frames, look for the last liquidity sweep leg right there. This one makes sense. Boom. And then 1 to the 1.5, that's where we're accumulating, and then we would redistribute here to the 2 to the 2.5, which actually matches up with this one up here.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I've been using it a lot. It's just like I know some people draw it differently.
yeah. I mean, with screen time, you'll see like so me personally, like what I saw here, I was on the
So.
when I took that short, I think I was sitting on the 2 minute. I think it was. Was it the 2 minute?
Okay. Okay.
And notice how this wick is like a bit crazy, right? So what I did is
Yeah,
I
yeah,
took
yeah.
the body on this one, and I think I actually have a screenshot of it. I don't know. I don't feel like looking for it right now. But we reaccumulated right here, and then look at where we reversed actually. 2 to the 2.5. That's actually where we reversed
Yeah,
here.
beautifully. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends. It's discretionary on the wick. Look at that. Play's already up 30 ticks, man. Hell yeah. But yeah, anyways, I just saw that at the corner of my eye. But yeah, so
Nice.
you wanna target, where it seems reasonable for you. Like maybe in hindsight, like let's say price, this is price right now, and you didn't know it was gonna go this high. Maybe in hindsight, it's like, okay, yeah, it did go this high, but if you were off along there, I mean, maybe the 1 to the 1.5 is too far for you. So then just target the low-hanging fruit, which would be, which I actually, dude, I'm not even playing, bro. I think I took a, let me go on the live account here. Executions. Yeah. All right, bet. So here are
Oh
my
yeah.
here
Okay.
are my actual executions. Here, let me get rid of all this, and we can actually go over my executions here. I took 2 wins, 1 loss. All right, so my first trade was a loss. I sold and I exited. I basically went short here. I'll mark it out. I went short on that candle. Now, why did I go short on this candle? I was sitting on the 2 minute. And what I saw is, okay, this is how I framed it. Obviously, we've made like all-time highs here. And I was like, all right, where I wouldn't see the market going any higher. This is what's hard about trading all-time highs is you kind of don't know where it's going to go. So I saw price respecting this 5 minute. So we're coming off of a 5 minute, right? So I dropped down to a 2 minute. And so this is where we come off of the 5 minute right here. So that frames a bearish bias. All right, so now I'm looking for bullish PD arrays to be disrespected. So we distribute lower, and we actually disrespect this bullish PD array right here, which becomes an inverse, right? So we close below it, right there. We close below it, and I entered off the close right there. But why didn't it go lower? Like I framed it before, what did we have here? We had equal lows, and the stops were already rated. So the objective was already met on this displacement like lower. So this was a loss right here. This was let me get you the exact amount. It was one of these right here. All right, let's just say it was the top one, 25 points, whatever. And I was targeting maybe like, I don't know, internal. Oh, this is what I was targeting. I was targeting these equal lows right here because these look mad juicy. So I was like, all right, dude, if we're going to go down, we're going to come down to these equal lows. So that was kind of like my main reason why I took that short. But this is why like in markets like this, you have to be willing to change bias like right away. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, so we're displacing higher. And then at the same time, I took a long right after. It was a close back above. I think it was this one right here. Yeah, we closed back above this imbalance, which is the liquidity sweep leg. And this was actually the trade I framed. We swept equal lows, liquidity sweep leg, inverse fair value gap is formed. So I took a long right there. So I actually exited the trade right here on the short. I had really good risk management there. I went long off a little bit early. It didn't quite close there, or probably did. I don't know. Like in hindsight, it probably did. Anyways, I went long there, and look, my dumbass decided to target the low-hanging fruit. I mean, like still 13 points, you know, whatever. That's like 250. But that's actually where I targeted. I targeted the low-hanging fruit. In hindsight, bro, like in hindsight, I could have just made a bag off of this and just like targeted the 2 to the 2.5 90-point play, you know? But that's obviously in hindsight. Yeah, but you know, what
Yeah.
I like to do is if like you're going one contract, just target the low-hanging fruit, secure the bag, and call it a day. And eventually, yeah, I mean, price taps into the 2 to the 2.5, and I take a, what time frame was it off of? 3 minute? That's probably the 5 minute. No, was it the 1 minute? Because I remember taking the short as soon as it tapped into the 2 to the 2.5, right there. So it was on the 1 minute. So I was one win, one loss. I was basically break even right here. And this was my last trade. Oops. Once again, take the liquidity sweep leg and take the 1 minute. 2 to the 2.5 right here. Right there. Oops. Have I lost any of you guys? I know I'm speaking a little bit fast, but are you guys all like keeping up?
Yeah, Joe.
For sure, for sure. Alright, bet. So this was my turtle soup entry. It was off the 2 to the 2.5. Like we had, you know, we had big displacement. This is where I would expect it to reverse. A bit ballsy, but if I was gonna take a win, it was gonna be on this. You know, I was willing to risk the play. Price taps into the 2 to the 2.5, and then at the same time, if I pull up ES right here on the same time frame, and let's go to the same exact time with the same exact standard deviation pull right here. So liquidity sweep leg on NQ, liquidity sweep leg on ES, right? Both right here. So here is our liquidity sweep leg. So what did we use? We used our standard deviation, right? Now, both ES and NQ tap into it at the same exact time. So at 10:28, we tap into it on ES, a little bit faster on ES. On NQ at 10:28, we didn't quite do so. At basically 10:30 is when I entered. I went short there, and I was in profit for a little bit. I was up like 23 points, which is honestly a bag on one contract. Like that's like 450. All right. So 20, like if you target 25 points every day on NQ, like you're basically you're chilling. Like you're chilling as a trader. That's 500. But I was like, dude, honestly, bro, like if I'm gonna turtle soup it, bro, I'm gonna catch a little bit longer. And this is what happened. We had another liquidity sweep. So I was in drawdown 14 points. My stop was at 25. So my stop wasn't until way up here. So yeah, way up here. So price runs up, and then what happens? We have SMT, right? So NQ sweeps the high, ES doesn't. So boom, that's confluence right there. That's insane confluence. And when you're in a trade and you see this happen, and then you see price immediately go lower, this is confluence, but it's not over yet. What are we going to use now? We're going to use our standard deviations because we had a liquidity sweep, we had manipulation. And I would personally, I think I was sitting on the, yeah, the 2 minute. It was a 2 minute. And I was targeting this low right here, which was the internal low hanging fruit at the time. Like if we look at price like this was the lowest hanging fruit, the nearest low hanging fruit to target. So I was targeting that. And that's actually where I exited right there. So yeah, I mean, essentially, I held through all this. The trade took like 10:28 to 10, basically an hour long, but caught 58 points on that trade. I think I sent it in the chat. I even signaled it. I signaled it in my channel. Hey, shout out Mantis for making me that analysis channel. He's not in here, but I made an analysis channel. So if you guys ever want to like, I don't know, peep what I'm looking at or whatever. Oh shoot, wait, how's the play doing by the way, yo? Did I? Oh, I'm on the live account. That's why I didn't show. How's your guys' play going? Is it good? Is it green or what? Yo, that shit green as fuck. Yo. Yeah, dude. We entered off of right here. That was our entry. Player ran 17 points. Oh yeah. But look at that. What happened? We had a liquidity sweep leg. Price closed above the 1 minute. Now let's see if it tapped into a standard deviation. Oh, what did it do? It tapped into the 1 to the 1.5. So what would we expect price to do from here? Reaccumulate, right? Doesn't mean it's going to reverse fully. We would expect it to reaccumulate. So this is where I would go to maybe the 2 minute or the 3 minute and look for an imbalance. Look at that. We have a 3 minute imbalance. So after this 3 minute imbalance, I would expect price to head higher and target the 2 to the 2.5, which is actually right up here. So this is where like you can potentially add to your position, or like maybe enter again. But yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. But yeah, man. Do you guys have any questions on quarterly theory, standard deviations? Any questions on my trades today? I just want to do this recap for you guys because I thought today was like super clean price action if you knew how to use standard deviations. Because I don't really teach this unless it's like my mentorships, like my mentees. So you guys are getting like hella sauce right now. Any... God damn, what the heck?
Ah, yo, who doing that shit, bro? Come
Hell no.
on.
Quicks said, so you always draw it from the high to the low of the leg that sweeps liquidity. Not always. So like I said to Betty, like so Betty asked the same question. He said, let's actually take this liquidity sweep up here. So let me actually take off executions. Let's take this liquidity sweep right here. It depends on the time frame and it depends where you're executing at. It's discretionary, but you're right, you're correct about always taking it on the liquidity sweep leg, because the liquidity sweep leg is essentially manipulation and what we're targeting is distribution, right? So if this was manipulation, we would expect it to reverse and target one of these standard deviations to reverse, right? So let's say you execute on the 2 minute. Notice how on the 2 minute the wicks are they're like a little bit too far off to really take a discretionary trade. So this is when I use it to the body. So if it's a bearish setup, so notice how this is bearish. If it's a bearish setup, I go from the high to the body. If it's a bullish setup, this is a bullish setup, I go from the low to the body. All right, stuff like that. Does that make sense, Quicks? Oh, what's good, bro? What's up, yeah?
What's up, man?
What's
How
good,
are
bro?
you?
Doing good, bro. How are you? How are you?
Very fine, bro. I have a question, bro.
Yeah.
I watched some videos about ICT, and like I saw some teachings about, like you said, distribution, manipulation, accumulation. And I have a question about what's accumulation. I always hear about accumulation and no, distribution, and never got. I'm never hearing about accumulation. So can you tell me what's the difference?
Accumulation. So you know when price is choppy?
Yeah,
So you see this right here?
yeah.
This is accumulation. What is price doing right here? It's accumulating positions. What is it doing? It's accumulating positions lower and higher, right? So what is the power of 3? Power of 3 is accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So in this scenario, what does price do? Price runs the buyers because people are buying here. People are buying, right? And they have their stops below here or below here. So price manipulates lower, runs the stops, and now what are people doing here, right? People are selling. So they have their stops here. So what does price do when it manipulates? It distributes. And where does it target? It targets seller stops. So this is the power of 3: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's almost like a yeah.
Isn't it consolidation?
Exactly. Consolidation, choppiness, whatever you want to call it. When you see
Yeah,
price
but
doing this is accumulation, yeah.
accumulation and consolidation is the same thing, right?
Exactly.
And distribution is a move we trade as scalpers or day traders.
Distribution is the energetic move. It's not just a
Yeah.
move, it's the energetic move. So you see this right
Yeah.
here? You see this crazy move higher?
Yeah.
Is this kind of like a slow little move, or is it energetic with displacement?
Yeah, I know, with speed.
Exactly. So what happens here, right? So we accumulate positions, right? This is accumulation. What happens to those positions? They get manipulated, so they get stopped out. And what happens right after manipulation?
Distribution.
it distributes, right? And it takes out all the seller stops. People were selling here, takes them out right here.
Brother, thank you, man.
Of course.
How old are you?
I'm 21, bro.
Oh, that's very nice age. But when did you start trading?
Betty, yo, dude.
Yo,
Nah, yo. That's crazy, man. Sorry, sorry, Yam. What's up, bro?
When did you start trading?
4 years ago, bro. I believe it was
Oh my fucking
20
God.
yeah
Oh
2020
my-
during COVID. Options trading, man. I lost hella bread because I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah,
Oh.
dude. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but whatever you're doing, bro, keep it up, man. You're super young. Like you're gonna be a demon in the charts, bro. Because dude, like I started super late compared to you. So it's like, dude, just keep it up, man. Like my advice to you is like, don't give up, bro.
I'm 14, man.
Dude,
This call is.
dude, bro is four,
Yo, I'm gonna
Is that Bob Ross?
dude.
Robert,
Hello?
Robert, how are you, man?
Oh my god.
Long time no
How
see.
much longer are you gonna be in here for?
Not too long, bro. We kind of went over everything. I mean, I already asked like if anybody else had any like questions, but
Alright. I was about to alert the entire server to hop in.
dude, it's gonna get lit, man.
Oh, Yamino, that GIF is crazy.
Dude, that is wild, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's kind of.
Hey, yeah, man. But like I said, bro, dude, don't quit, bro. Don't quit. Like, think about it. Think about it. I started when I was what, like 17, 16, and it's like I'm barely, barely getting into it, kind of like long term. Dude, you're starting at 14, bro. Think about it in 4 years, where you're gonna be 18, and then, dude, you're gonna be like, once you're 21, bro, like you're gonna be far, far ahead of like everyone else that's, that just started. You know what I mean? So people are gonna be starting out when you're already, proficient in your craft.
Making bread.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Making bread.
I'm throwing that bread in my.
Let's go.
fucking
Let's go,
lips.
Mantis.
So, can you go over that,
Oh, yeah.
what was it called? Quarterly theory long real quick? The inversion?
Yeah, yeah. The play we took just now?
Yeah, that one.
Bet. So
theory, Enigma.
it is, bro.
It is. But
Here, let me
Bro,
take off
do
all
you-
this.
Like, I have a question.
Yo,
Do
that
you
play
still
printed
believe-
though, huh?
yeah, I like it. It's good.
Damn.
Bro, you believe in Enigma?
What?
Hey!
All right, you're banned. You're banned. All right.
I don't ban people.
Mods, ban this guy.
Bro,
But no, do you believe in Enigma? Like really?
Bro thought he could slip it in, huh? Bro thought he could slip in the N-word, huh? That's crazy.
But he thought he was slick.
Bro thought he was slick. That's
Nah, bro.
crazy. I don't even, dude. If I'm gonna be,
But actually, I do really believe in Enigma.
dude, I don't even know what Enigma is, bro. I just be trading the charts, man. I don't even know what it, like, what is
What's
Enigma?
quality theory?
Quarterly theory is 90-minute cycles. ICT teaches it.
Not like quarterly theory.
Yeah, not like quarterly theory, but he just teaches 90-minute cycles. And if we really dig deep into this, we can really like, expand further on it. But yeah, you see here, guys, how we're reacting off of the 3-minute, and that's because of standard deviations. Oh, that's on the 1 minute actually. Standard deviations. We tapped into the 1 to the 1.5. We reaccumulated. This is reaccumulation, right? We're reaccumulating. We would expect price to redistribute. If this was like prime trading hours, this would like move. But right now it's slow because obviously it's 30 minutes after market open. But yeah, boys, if you can find, take note of this. If you can find the manipulation, you can find the distribution, and you can find a setup within the manipulation. So this was the manipulation leg right here. What happened during this manipulation leg? We had an imbalance. What happened when we closed above the imbalance? Boom, right there. Target whatever you want, maybe 1 to the 1.5. That's 15 points right there. Target the highs if you want, 22 points. Just expect when price taps into the 1 to the 1.5, you're probably going to go back to break even because it's reaccumulating. But yeah, I mean, play is up. Like, I mean, I'm on 5 contracts right now on the paper account. It's up 1100. But if you went 1 contract, this is a, dude, this is a good little 300 for the day, man.
So it was just manipulation and in the distribution phase you started looking for an inversion here, or does that mean
In the manipulation phase, you look for an inversion. Yeah. So you kind of anticipate the liquidity sweep. So if we go back to market open, let me turn on historical. So market open, here's the manipulation right here. Let me take this out. So during the manipulation, I'm already anticipating price to go the other way. So price is coming down right here. Price is coming down during manipulation. I'm anticipating quarter three to reverse. But I mean, that's just an anticipation. What I need is a liquidity sweep. We had one here, and I bet you if I go on the 30-second chart, there's like an imbalance that gets closed above, and you like this is actually textbook, like probably on a smaller time frame. Right there. It doesn't reach the 2 to the 2.5, but it does reach the 1 to the 1.5, reaccumulates. But yeah, if you guys have a 30-second chart, let me know if there's like an imbalance between 942 and 946 at market open. What is the manipulation phase? It's essentially, how do I explain this? It's a liquidity sweep. So this is a liquidity sweep because we run the previous low. This is a liquidity sweep because we run the previous low. So this is all manipulation. But this in itself isn't the setup. Once we sweep liquidity, on the liquidity sweep leg, you look for an imbalance. There's two imbalances here, so this is invalid. There's two right here. I wouldn't take this. On the 2-minute, I look for one imbalance on the leg. On the 2-minute, okay, boom, we're here. We have one imbalance. So now I wait for a close above this. We closed above it right there. This was actually my trade in the AM session, but I targeted only to this high. And your stop can be either a close back below or a close at the low. But notice how once it disrespects a bearish PD array, it just prints. A fake out, you can say. Yeah, exactly, a fake out. In simpler terms.
Why not take it up to the high? That's a reclaim OP and you get a high resistance liquidity run down there.
In hindsight,
Resistance liquidity, I mean, when you look at it,
yeah, man.
see that high when it got taken, it took out the low. You see it, fill that gap, go back. Order block on the right.
Here, let me
I
log
think I would
into
take
my.
that.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I mean, in hindsight, bro, like fuck, dude, I would have held all the way up here if I could.
Nah,
But yeah, no, you're right, you're right.
and you
Here's
got the
my
break. I mean, yeah, break
here's my actual
resistance and
trade. There you go. I bought there
yeah, yeah, that's good.
and I exited there. So I guess yeah. I mean, I could have targeted that, but if I had two contracts, yeah, I would have targeted this high. I only had one, so yeah, I targeted the low hanging fruit. If I'm in one con, I just target low hanging fruit. If I'm in two, I target one on a low hanging fruit, the second one stop to break even, and then let that one run. But yeah, I eventually printed on this one right here. I already explained this one. This one was a second standard deviation soup with SMT, and then sold at this low hanging fruit on the 5. Oh no, and it was a 5-minute imbalance with a 1-minute low hanging fruit. But yeah, boys, really good session recap. I like how a lot of you guys are willing to hop in here and learn, um, especially, especially you know like some of the younger guys that are like really putting in the work. You guys are really going to be like outstanding when you grow up. Pause. But yeah,
Okay. Wait, Case, what is the AO Capital Investments?
that's my website, bro. That's my waste. Yeah. So it's basically already finished, man. It's literally free sauce. It's everything I teach here, but basically like in my website. It's like all you do is sign up. There's a dashboard. So what I plan to do is you know how TradeZella? It's how it has here, let me go to my TradeZella real quick. This is my TradeZella. Only 2 trades this month. But you know how right here you have like a daily journal, you can backtest, you can you know, you have all of this.
Uh-huh.
This is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna, oh, it's right here. So when you sign in, so like let's say you sign in, right? You go to your dashboard and everything's here for you. You sign in with Google. I mean, it's free to sign in. Sign in with Google. Uh, what the fuck? Go to my dashboard, bro. There you go. All right, so it's coming soon. We have yet to make it, but all the free education is already here. So if you just sign in, beginners, trading basics, intermediate, like this is all the sauce right here, bro.
Can I send people over to your thing for the beginner course?
Of course, bro. Of course.
Whose website is this, bro?
Mine, bro. It's my website. I made it.
If I have to do with one more beginner, I'm
Oh,
actually
damn, that's so fucking
Whoa,
sick.
whoa.
I made it from
Okay,
scratch,
join,
boys. Mantis, I mean, if Mantis lets me, bro, I'll put my Discord and I have a channel in there. You don't have to join the Discord.
Oh, okay, you can. You go for it if you
I
want.
appreciate it, man. Hey, I'll put it in where do you want me to put it, bro? I'll put it in my analysis chat. Go to my
Yeah, your website, right?
W, bro, this is so fucking sick.
yeah, so if
I
you
know, exactly.
yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much. It took like a lot of time. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is with every section that you see, there's gonna be a YouTube video going over every single topic. All right.
Yeah,
So trading basics, you see the trading basics, right? Fair value gap, order block, liquidity, blah blah blah. Every PD array is gonna have a video going in depth on how to use it and how to, yeah. So I'm working on that. I'm still working on it. Still a work in progress. But um, here I'm gonna. All right. I
Discord as
appreciate.
well, bro?
Yeah, it was full coding from scratch. I didn't use like Wix or anything to Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you gonna post this
Yeah, yeah.
right now?
I'm posting it right now. I just tagged you guys. React to it if you're gonna join, just so I can see just so expect how many people are gonna join the website. But yeah, man. All of you guys are more than free to just sign up, and just go over the content. And if you guys have any suggestions of what I should add, please like let me know, please, just so just so I can see what you guys want in there, you know? For intermediate, I have like market maker models, finding bias. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Advanced, this is where I go over power of three. So all of you guys learning what I just taught right now for today's recap, that was advanced. Like that's advanced sauce. Like if you guys are still kind of confused on what that is, start with like market maker models. Once you get market maker models, you're gonna really learn how to use like, power of three, stuff like that.
Bro,
But yeah,
Adolf
boys.
Hitler?
What?
Bro, look at this. Adolf Hitler.
Where?
Oh,
This
Adolf.
guy here.
Oh, Adolf is in the chat. What's up, man?
Bro, how was it to conquer my land?
You're
Wow.
doing
What?
Wow.
I'm sorry, bro.
No problem, bro. Very nice years there.
Yeah, man.
Hope we do this again. Very nice
Yeah,
time.
buddy, it was-
Yo, boys. Yeah. Let me know what you guys. Let me know what you guys think of the website, man.
I like it. It's cool.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. If you
Bro, I
guys have
can
any
see it.
questions, what's up?
I can see the website. Where is it?
Here, I'll in the alpha chat. I'll in the general chat. I'll
Oh, general chat, okay.
I'll tag you guys here. I just sent it in there. So click on that, and then it'll send you to the channel that has the website link.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I see it.
Bet. Yeah, boys. Free sauce right there, man. If you guys want me to add anything, just let me know. But yeah, Mantis, you take any trades today, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you the one long of the unicorn.
It was
Look, it was at 1240. Look at 1240. Yeah, closer to 1240.
Oh,
Yeah, right
okay.
there. Yeah, look at that.
Damn, I see that.
Exactly.
Yup.
I had the trade on an XFA. Look, I did not get the limit. I did not get filled on it.
Oh, you didn't get filled?
No, wait, look to the left. Look to the left a little bit. Yeah, I got filled on my funded. Look, yeah, keep going to the left real quick. Because look at the higher time frame. I was looking at the higher time frame.
Oh. What time frame?
Yeah.
5, 15?
Yeah, look at the 5. Look at the 5. And just draw out the breaker on the left side of it.
Yo, what the
that we
fuck?
ran through.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, look at that breaker to the left.
Oh, this one?
No, to the left of it. Before the price leg up. Before the massive.
Oh, this
move up.
one? Oh.
No.
Oh,
Right
oh.
there. Yeah, that one. Look.
Oh.
Top right too. My entry was off the top wick, just the tap of that wick.
Oh, yo, that's sick. Dude, I'd never do Wix, bro. But like, this is actually
I
valid.
only did the wicks, but yeah, that's what I did. And I was sloppy with my order placement on the XFA. I wanted to dig a little bit deeper because I wanted a little bit of a higher stop, but I had it directly on the wick for the first entry, and I had the equal highs at the top as my target. Ran straight to play, bro, for 2200 or 7200.
Wow, yeah, these equal highs right here, juicy, man. Damn, bro. That would have been such a W play, bro. 74 points. Yeah, I mean, if you use, I'm curious to see what standard deviations look like. Um, Personally, I would use it like this on this order block.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because this is the last leg that sweeps liquidity. It reverses right here at the 2 to the 2.5.
That's what it was, man.
And it doesn't, does it run up to the 3? Oh, it does, bro. What the heck? That's crazy. That's actually the high of the PM session. Yeah. This is the sauce, man. Standard deviations with quarterly theory.
I'll try it. I don't really
Oh,
like
yeah.
bouncer on my strategy. I was strategy hopping for a bit, and I started taking a bunch of losses.
Yeah, bro. I feel like, I mean, for me personally, bro, I feel that like I resonate with that because I was on the breaker. I was only using breakers as my model. But dude, all this is, bro, it's like it all goes together, right? So the inverse model, what is it, right? This is the breaker, right?
Yep.
This is a breaker play. So we have the breaker right here. What is the inverse model? It's literally an imbalance within the breaker. So you're actually getting a better fill. You would get your fill here instead of getting your fill here. And you're actually catching the move higher and then maybe even exiting up here instead of catching the retracement. So I noticed that and I was like, yo, like this is literally my model, but all I'm doing now is just looking for an imbalance within the liquidity sweep leg and then looking for distribution. So yeah, no, I mean once I found that out, dude, like my trading like literally revolutionized. And it's like I don't even take that many trades either, man. Like this month, I mean last month I took like only the last 2 weeks I traded. Here, let's see if I got it in here. Yeah, there you go. I didn't trade for the entire January, and then I just traded the last 2 weeks. I've only had 2 red days so far this year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
this is basically my model. I usually target 2R, 77% win rate.
1 to 3. What do you think about that? Just a 1 to 3.
1, 2, 3. I mean, it's valid, man. As long as you know where the draw is. If the draw is like, if the 3R is too far and it could potentially reverse, just be careful because then you're like maybe you'll get caught in like a trade where it's reversing on you. You were in profit, it's reversing now, and now you're like trying to, you're moving your stop loss lower when you could have like just taken profits.
Mhm.
That's what I notice a
What?
lot. When it takes a high, it'll reverse, and then I'll still be in the trade. I'm like, fuck, I should have just exited at that high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think I can do to like actually improve like my what was it called brand? Because I want my trading to get better, but also I want to start pushing out better videos.
Dude,
And
same, bro, same. I
I
really,
have what was it? Because I have all the best short form content. I like trust me. What was it called? By summer, I'm probably gonna have 10K members in the server, and I'm at 2K subs, and I'm monetized. And once I'm monetized, since I already am, I'm gonna get editors and everything. So hopefully, I can become better than TGR, bigger than him. But then what's next after that? Like, what am I
hell yeah.
supposed to do in between? I want to figure out.
I would say expand to social media. Um, like, cause right now you're on what? Shorts and TikTok, right? YouTube Shorts
Shorts,
and TikTok.
reels, shorts, reels, everything, basically all short form content.
Okay, have you looked into Twitter?
I was gonna do that, but literally, I'm putting signals out, and my analysis in here is already crazy enough.
Yeah, yeah. So
I should drop some
I've
Twitter.
gotten most of my members, like literally all of my members in my Discord are from Twitter, and it's literally just from giving out free education, like threads, just like sauce, like literally like this, like videos like this. So, it's not as good as like short form content where you're getting you're getting like a good like the algorithm literally helps you with it. So I'm actually the opposite. I need help with short form content, and I would say the professionalism is there. So I would say, bro, like, wow. Um, if you really want to, I would say, dude, like, just marketing, bro, putting money into like ads, because that's what I plan to do. Like, once I fully release the website with like a full like mastermind playlist, which is gonna include like everything for free on YouTube, I'm gonna start pushing out like ads.
I don't
Yeah.
think I need ads though. I already have the stuff I learned in marketing, social media marketing. I can really scale. I could run it up fast if I was actually pushing out consistent uploads.
Oh,
Right now
okay.
though, I'm really just trying to focus on my trading. I want to push out a beginner course. I have absolutely no framework on what to say because I just start recording. I just say the most basic stuff ever. I have the thumbnails, I have the editor, everything. I just don't know how to frame up the courses on YouTube. And I think that's my biggest issue. I could either be doing that, or I could be studying and improving my trading, or I could just
Hmm.
back test and stick with one model. I just don't know what to do.
Dude, I think that's where it's at, bro. I think that's where it's at. Just damn, dude, it's hard, bro, because I'm the opposite. I'm basically the opposite of you. Like I think everything's there, everything is set, like the stage is set. I just, dude, my traffic is ass, you know?
I have all
So
the traffic. I have way too much traffic for what I have right now. Most of the sections in the server are uncompleted. My YouTube's uncompleted. Everything is.
yeah, yeah, I would say kind of just for me it helps because I dropped out of college, so I just have more time to make more content. I know
You
you're in
still full time?
yeah, well, I help my dad out with his restaurant. So it's like Friday, Saturday, I'll be in there like as a server.
Yeah, but most of your income comes from trading.
Yeah, yeah. Like I literally don't get paid from like working. My dad like I mean obviously it's my dad, so like I want to help him out, but dude, it's like boring as fuck.
I do that too sometimes. I will volunteer to do and more and stuff.
I just don't consider it like working, you know? I don't work, you know?
You do that just listen to like Twitter Spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, bro, I mean I have like my weekdays they're all free, like Monday through Friday. I'm literally just working on the brand, just building the brand. Like how can I build value to the brand content? It's mainly free content, bro. Once you give out free content, people are gonna be intrigued and they're gonna be wanting to learn more.
Yeah, I was pretty intrigued with the quarterly theory.
Yeah. Dude, I want to get a face cam, bro.
Should get one.
I want to get a face cam, dude.
No, no, no. Send a picture, bro. Send a picture of yourself to public.
Look at Jim. Look in the gym channel.
I'm in the gym. I posted in the gym channel. Here, let's see if I can. I'll reply to it. Bro's praying.
It was this boy that doing fucking pod work.
I want to get a face cam, man, because I feel like once you get a face cam, people like connect more with you. They trust you more, and it's like, especially for like TikTok and YouTube, it's like they can see you and they're like resonating more with you and whatnot.
How long have you been trading, bro?
4 years, bro. 4 years. I think Yam. Oh, he dipped. He asked me. He's like, yeah, he's basically 4 years, but like I don't really count the first like two because I was lost, bro.
Are you talking about Time in Paradise or?
Yeah, no, literally, dude.
That was my first year though. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I was
after.
I was 2 years in when I was doing that. Dude, 2 years in, I still didn't have a clue of what I was gonna do in the future, bro. Like
It
no
was one
no
year into
strategy,
Paradise.
no strategy, nothing, bro.
They crammed together. Joel told me to learn ICT. Benjamin Biggs told me to learn fractals. Brad told me to learn. I don't even know what he's trying to. Some alien spaceship shred.
Alien spaceship.
I don't. You know
Yo.
that one thing with the three lines and stuff, and it also involved bookmap and stuff. It wasn't just bookmap. It had like four different things to it.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what messed me up.
That's a crazy name. I'm not gonna lie.
What the hell? You guys have been paradise before trading ICT.
Yeah.
I was one of the owners. Yeah. Then I got kicked out, and I started my own brand. And
Why
then,
did you get kicked out?
probably because I didn't know what I was doing, and two, because I was lazy as shit, so I wasn't really helping. So I wasn't, there was no motivation. Like, I was kind of just leeching off of like,
Were you the guy that stole 50 grand off them?
what the hell? That happened?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no, man. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. 50 grand?
Yeah, 50.
What the hell? Nah, dude. I mean, dude, it's a blessing and a curse that I left. Like, I mean, it's a
I know.
blessing because I'm not involved with like any of the weird stuff that's
I wouldn't be
happened.
here either. I'm glad because I've been hearing from a lot of people they all were in paradise. Like a lot of the big ICT traders, they were all in paradise and then went through their paradise phase.
Yup,
And
yup.
yeah, I think it's just a phase for everyone.
You have to go through it, man. You have to go through a losing phase to really like I envy people that start off their trading career learning ICT because they didn't go through that phase where it's like they try out different things and then they like, for me personally, I tried out so much stuff. I was doing order flow, I was doing supply and demand, I was doing support resistance, MACD, EMA crossover. I remember doing all of this, bro, and none of it made me bread. And I mean, sorry for the glaze, but until I started trading ICT, even trading ICT, you can still be unprofitable. You got to know what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like the way it's set out in ICT, it's so much simpler.
It's
I
yeah,
can
exactly.
understand it. I don't have to use fractal in a different chart, or I don't have to.
Yeah, it's all and no indicators either. It's just the cleanest thing ever.
Exactly. You could just sit in the front of your science class, hop your cheese computer, and tell it what the price is gonna do.
Literally,
Nah,
bro.
bro. I'll be honest with you. If you wanna make genuine good money, order flow is the way.
Yeah, bro. I mean, dude, whatever makes you bread, bro. Because I know Gino trades order flow and like, I mean, if he's getting payouts, bro, shout like respect to him, man. Because I mean, me personally, I tried order flow. I did it for like a few months. Never really found my edge to it. So I kind of just after order flow, I found ICT. So it was kind of like
I found this guy. Have you ever heard of a company called Interstar?
no, no, I haven't.
Is what do you think separates? Because there's a ton. You already know that there's a ton of unprofitable ICT traders, the gurus, and everything. What do you think separates the real ICT traders from the ones that can actually make money, take payouts, and trade, from the ones who are they suck, they can't trade no matter how much effort they put into it, and not
R-
psychology wise. What do you think?
Risk management and higher time frame narrative. 100%. 100%. What happens, bro, and I've been a victim of this when I first started trading ICT, and what a lot of, because I see what a lot of people have gone through and why they're not profitable with ICT, because I've mentor people. I do one-on-ones, so I see why people aren't profitable. They come to me, they're like, hey, I'm not profitable. I need a model. I need this. So we start off by saying, all right, why aren't you profitable? Where do you want to be? And what are you doing wrong? And then we dissect everything, and the main reason is one is risk management. That's like 100%. You need to have that locked in. I have like a plan where it's like you start off with micros and you slowly scale your way up until you're comfortable with trading a full mini. A lot of people go straight into one mini, two minis, five minis, and they're blowing accounts one right after the other, and it's too much leverage for them. So they don't have that. One, it's they don't have the model to support the risk management, and two is they're too over leveraged in their model to where if it does retrace, it stops them out even if the trade goes their way eventually. And then the second thing is higher time frame narrative. People don't look at that higher time frame. They stay on the 1 minute. I know a lot of traders that hate on the one. They hate the 1 minute. I personally love the 1 minute, but if you know how to use it, you need to know. Okay, where is the next higher time frame PD array? Do we have a 1 hour fair value gap above or below? Do we have a 4 hour fair value gap? Because once it taps into a 4 hour, you drop down to maybe the 5 minute and look for a 5 minute market maker model. Or let's say it taps into a 15-minute fair value gap. You drop down to the 1 minute and you look for a 1 minute market maker model. So the higher time frame will reflect the lower time frame executions. You just have to know
I
where it's drawing to.
I genuinely think like there's no like what works for everyone.
Oh,
You know,
100%. I
or
agree with that.
like I've been hearing everyone chatting about one thing and saying, "Ah, I make money from this." Well, I can't make money from any of them. I've only started like 3 months ago.
And you would say order flow is like what's made you
Yeah.
money? Yeah? Dude, look, the thing is, bro, a lot of people say a lot of things, man, and like the only person that can really like prove that is you. At the end of the day, it's me, it's you. So you just sometimes have to try everything. It's like when you're at a buffet. A lot like someone could say, "Hey, bro, try this food out. It's super good." And maybe you don't like it, but they like it a lot. but maybe you like
Yeah.
something they don't. So it's like it's the same with trading. It's like you go in there, you like something, the other person doesn't, but at the end of the day, you're both eating. You're both feeding
Have you
each other.
have
Or
you guys ever tried options?
yeah, I
Yeah,
started
with
with
one
options.
You started with options. Did
Yeah.
you make money from it?
No,
No, I couldn't.
because no, because there was no strategy. Maybe if I go back into options with what I know, then yeah, I'll make hella bread.
Yo, Kiss.
Yo,
Can you just quickly brush over the risk management strategy you would use for 100k top set deal? I'm gonna trade with the rules you give me for this what was it called, XFA.
oh, 100K, you have more room, but
Yeah,
let me go through
micro.
one of my DMs with one of my mentees, and I sent him a calculation where you can calculate how much risk per trade, how much risk and reward you should take. Here, let me give me a second.
Yeah.
How
For
do
me,
you
I usually
define
just build up
mentors?
what was it called? Back then, I usually trade with micros if I'm taking any other trade, unless I had 100% conviction, everything lined up, DXY lined up with the two, that we were gonna go move the night into like three cons, with like 160 to $200 risk. Otherwise, it'd be smaller, like a risk of 50 per trade.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, when those trades hit, oh my god.
So here is the calculation. This is from ICT 2022 Mentorship episode 41, which I've heard that he deleted. I don't know if he actually did. I haven't gone and checked. Let me see.
Do you think you would delete it? Do you actually think STC would delete this video?
He didn't. So it's still in there. You can actually find this calculation in there. He talks about this risk management. So you can actually hear it from ICT instead of me. But take this right here, right? So take this. This is a 10K. So literally just add another zero. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your 10K, right? You're going to multiply it by 0.01. So let's say it's 100K. That is 100K times 0.01. This is going to be 1% risk. If you're not comfortable with risking this, then go zero point 0.5. So okay, so this would be your maximum risk for one
That's my
trade or one day. It's up to you. However much you want to do it.
I already went over that. Yeah, that's my max to loss. It's always $500 max. For the
All
trade.
right, bet. So now that we have that settled, it's at 500. So
Yeah, so you guys reckon I should just fuck off order flow and just stick with ICT?
I reckon you stick with order flow if it's working.
Nah, I don't use order flow. I use this thing called the periscope, and
Periscope?
I trade options.
Sheesh. I mean, it's kind of considered. You could you could dabble in ICT, other ICT. You could
I
look
know
at
ICT traders that have two monitors. They have order flow on one screen and they have like their normal chart on the other, and then like they'll just take trades off of like if it taps
Oh,
into
yeah.
an order
Yeah,
block.
that's what I wanted to do when I first started. I wanted to learn ICT and then use order flow for Confluence.
I know, yeah, dude. I know a lot of people that do it. So I mean, it would be a lot for you to learn. Like that's a lot of learning. But if you can handle that, bro, like I say, by all means, do it, bro.
Well, I'll be making hella bread if I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll put in the work and I'll do it. I'll
Hell
show
yeah,
you
bro.
guys.
Learn ICT first and then learn order flow is what I would recommend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful job.
Bet. So we have our maximum risk, right? So this is our daily, we're gonna call this our daily max risk, 500. You're gonna take this number and then you're gonna basically divide it by how many, uh, basically how many contracts are in a mini, or no, actually how many points you're targeting. So how many points do you usually target in a
Me?
day? Yeah, on
Oh,
NQ.
40. 40.
40?
Yeah, 40 handles.
So I think this calculation is for ES, but let's see if it works for NQ. So 500 divided by 40. 12 and a half. So that's actually how much you're going to be targeting. So 12 and a half points is how much you're targeting. You're going to be targeting 12 and a half points every day. If you reach 12 and a half, you're out. You're done for the day. Call it a day. All right.
Okay. Wait. Then how much do I risk if I stop?
You're going to start off. So this calculation shows how much you risk, but this is how much I recommend. So you're going to start off on 2 micros on NQ. And I call this the pyramid technique. boom, 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 boom. All right. It's a little step stool, right? So you're here, right? You're gonna start off with 2 micros. For every trade you win, you're gonna go up 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, you could do 1 trade on 2, 1 trade on 4, 1 trade on 6, or you could do 2 on 2, 2 on, up to you, wherever you're comfortable at. But you have to be consistent with 12 and a half. Once you reach 8, all right, the next step is 10, which is 1 mini. Become comfortable with your risk at 8, and then once you're ready, move to 1 mini. 1 mini, you're going to stay on here until you build a large enough cushion to move on to 2 minis.
Yeah, the issue with Top Step, you can't use more than 3 micros. You can't build up like this.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so you're kind of forced to use either minis or micros within 3.
Why don't you go with FTMO?
Never.
Oops.
Thank you for that. That's
Yeah,
education.
yeah. So, you know, all this does, it's gonna take a while. Like this is gonna, you're probably gonna win on this one, all right? And then you're gonna be like, fuck, I should have taken out a mini. But don't think that way. You should think of it like, all right, I'm basically priming myself. I'm building confidence on the way up. Think about it. You build confidence here, you build confidence here. Now, let's say you lose a trade, right? Let's say you lose at 4. You go back down to 2. You don't stay at 4 because if you stay at 4 and you lose again on 4, now you're in deep trouble. So what you're doing is you're minimizing your risk. So you're probably never gonna hit drawdown with this method if you follow the rules. All right, so once you're at 2, okay, back to 4. 4, you go to 6. Let's say you lose at 6, you go to 4. If you lose at 4, you go to, just, you know what I mean?
I like it, yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, until you really lock in, like you're consistent with, whatever the case may be. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you lose the first 2.
If you lose, then, dude, just don't, I'm just playing. Just quit. Nah, I'm just playing. No, but that's the calculation. 12 and a half, man. If you get to 1 mini for 12 and a half points, that's 250, bro. That's 250.
I'm gonna head out now, though.
But yeah, boys.
One question.